Hello, friends. I titled this video presentation as Own Your Unique Path and Trust God and Teach What You've Lived and Transform Lives. There was a time when I thought I had to follow the traditional path forever. After spending years in school, earning degrees, certifications, and investing thousands of hours in structured education, I found myself feeling boxed in. History wise, I've been 16 plus years nursing in the healthcare field, and I took a leap of faith. That's why I do what I do now as a guide, as a spiritual coach, as a wellness consultant, and being able to actually provide mentorship, leadership training to the people that God wants me to serve. And back then, when I was doing bedside nursing, I recall like 12 years working in the field as a bedside nurse and a nurse practitioner to got my master's degree, all of those things. And I followed every rule, every syllabus, every framework that the society told me I needed to be successful. But deep inside, I felt unfulfilled. I felt empty. And I couldn't explain why. And the truth hit me during one of my most stressful weeks. I had a full patient load, back to back meetings, and a mountain of paperworks. I was exhausted, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and soulfully. I began to ask, is this really all there is to life? I asked God directly, one to one. And I asked as well, is this really all there is to life? And is my value only measured by letters after my name or the hours I clocked in? And that's when I discovered the power of owning my unique path and stepping into the world of self education where my lived, rich, expansive experiences for the past 37 years, going through variety of soul awakening moments and spiritual journeys and discovering my authentic voice now, and that becomes the curriculum. Since then, everything has shifted, never looked back, and here I am. I realized that my unique story, the challenges, the lessons, the healing that I've gone through, and I am still healing up until now, to be more vulnerable with you, wasn't just mine. It was meant to serve others. Actually, when you start owning your own healing journey and you start actually still helping people along the way, it actually heal you faster because there is a moment when you are healing and you're helping others to heal. God works through you both in those experiences. And that's what God would love us to do, is to really be in love, in light, in connection, in collaboration, and truly be the positive person that we all can be. And I'd love to go deeper with you on this. So here are three teaching points that I'd love to share. Um, how can you turn your unique journey into a course that sells online? So first is, know that your whole life, whatever age you are in, is the lesson. What is self education? It's learning from your own life, your intuition, your healing journey, your experiences, your expertise, your natural talents and spiritual gifts, your real world practice, not just textbooks or institution. We often overlook the deep wisdom in our struggles, in our challenges, in our obstacles, like overcoming burnout, recovering from trauma, could be childhood or post traumatic trauma from a catastrophic event, like a car accident, which I've experienced in the past. Finding purpose and power after any kind of loss. It could be also from a heartbreak or a partnership, a failed partnership that you've been in the past, financial setbacks, financial loss. I mean, there's so many problems in the world, and if we come from an energy of acceptance that problems are gifts, and this is an opportunity for us to grow into the woman, the real woman and man that God wants us to become, the king and the queen that God wants us to become, so that we could be of greater service to humanity, then that's, I feel like that's the best way to live. And it's a life of meaning, of impact and purpose and contribution, and it's all about legacy and how can we truly be a great beacon of love and light for others. And these experiences are not accidents, there are divine assignments. So it's important to listen and pray, meditate on what would God wants me to do. If I'm attending an event, what role would you love me to fulfill for this event? Who are the people that you want me to collaborate at this season of my life? Could be a mentor, a friend, whoever that is, and trusting that God is at work. I'm in complete surrender now. So whoever is in my life right now, I fully accept and discover what is the purpose here. What is the intention here? All right. So here are some practical examples. It's like one of my clients who've lived for decades now. She's actually decided to build an online business at 76 years old. And we've completed her online course and we're on the selling and marketing stage of her business. Before, she she didn't have a purpose. She didn't know what to do with her life, especially during retirement years, in her 60s and 70s. And, she was called to build an online business. And she just told me, Chessa, I don't want to die on the couch watching TV. And so she continuously lived, and she is in the game of entrepreneurship and business building, and she never gave up. She chose not to give up. And we've created a course that she is determined to actually sell, so that by means of that course she can make an impact, and also the results that she'll be helping her own clients achieve, as well as she achieve her own results and dreams and visions. Number 2 is own your unique path and perspective. Authenticity, what it means is being real in whoever you interact with, and you're not coming from a place of seeking approval or people pleasing, and you're coming from a place of performance instead of being the real you. And that's what actually draws people in, especially in this world of superficiality in the society, and people are wearing masks, and when you ask them are they okay, and they'll say I'm okay, I'm fine. But you could pick up on those energy that deep inside they're not fine. They're unhappy, they're lonely, they're lost. And because of pride and ego and unhealthy ego, they don't admit that something is wrong. And what I appreciate in being real is, like me, who have decided to carve my own unique path, is I experienced real transformation, and people could relate to me more and connect with me more because you basically see who I am outside of work, and outside of work, and in the workplace. Like, I am who I am. What you see is what you get. And you don't need, honestly, in this field, you don't need to be an expert in everything. You just need to be a one step ahead in something you've lived through and learned from, and you could already impact the people in your network. Your path, no matter how unconventional, is your gift. I created courses, started this journey 2021, that involves inspiration, motivation, content, accountability, and sharing all the years of experiences I've gone through as a soul since I was young, and being able to share that with my clients. I've Now I'm focusing more, actually creating a course for spiritual women and men, especially nurses and solopreneurs, help them overcome burnout so that they can feel inspired to truly discover who they truly are, guide them through the process of self discovery, and tap into their highest self and listen to God. Okay, what would you love me do? What is my highest calling and purpose at this time? And be able to create their own unique courses based from their expertise, from their experiences, from their natural talents and spiritual gifts, and package that and be able to sell that online and make passive income. And in terms of overcoming burnout, or basically burnout is a prolonged distress that, if left unaddressed or it wasn't treated at that moment, it's an accumulation of negative energy in the body, in the mind, in the heart, in the soul, and it's a complete shutdown of the system. And that is what's called burnout. And you may actually end up needing more sleep than usual, could be 12 hours even, or 24 hours. I've experienced it because I was just go, 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 and never learned how to take care of me at that time. And now I teach people how to do self-care and learn what do they need and wants, and prioritize that. And once it's taken care of and you're coming from an energy of fullness and abundance, and you can start giving to others. I've gone through a variety of certifications, from life coaching, from um, hot yoga certification, mindset, shamanic soul retrieval work with shamans and medicine men in Bali, Indonesia, in Peru. Um, what else? Got certified on dancing, and also hone in my skill set in singing, and learn meditation through variety of practitioners in the past, and many other skill sets that I've acquired in the past 37 years that I'm truly proud of. And I'm so humbled that God provide me all these resources so that I can actually start and expand giving back to the community that God wants me to help out. And that course become my signature offering since 2021. And now I'm just really inspired to create a new opportunity, a new course that can help solve a problem right now, which is burnout. And people have died from burnout. There are experiences when I was working at the bedside, even, where we could not even really identify what's the root cause of a patient being sick. The labs were normal, but she was having all the symptoms of anxiety, of headaches, of dizziness, and frustration. Dehydrate her, even, give her some fluids, but it wasn't going away. And then we've come to discover that it was actually a stress. She's been living in a toxic environment, surrounded by toxic, unhealthy people, experiencing trauma and abuse where she lives, in the environment that she's in workplaces, in the house that she lives in. And that's when we've discovered that unhealthy distress can really negatively impact your health. And my course has become a lifeline for others, which I'm so grateful. And it was actually my happiness dream creator course that um, focuses on the 5 C's to actually live your best life. And now I'm more digging deeper on what did I do to actually overcome burnout. And now I'm still continuously creating and thriving. And So grateful for first of all God's healing grace. That's number one. Okay, let's breathe in and breathe out. We're moving on to number three, which is package it and make it profitable. So a course is simply a roadmap. You guide someone from where they are to where they want to be using your process, the framework that you've used to actually help you overcome and solve a specific problem that you solve in your own unique way. And you don't need to be tech savvy or have a big following or audience. I trust me on this. Just start with what you know, with what you have, and build from your before and after story. Use simple tools like Zoom, Canva, Calendly. Use simple tools right now. Make it easy for people to buy from me and structure your wisdom into a bite-sized breakthroughs. So I've helped a client build a 12-week course that she could sell online. Right now, I've mentored her and she continues to invest in her growth, in my programs. And I also have another course that is focused on implementation and accountability, which is called Thy Kingdom Come, the rise of your royal reign. And I continuously evolve and craft my own programs and courses to be able to meet the needs of my clients. And when you're able to actually solve a problem in today's world, then you're able to actually make money out of that. Breathe in and breathe out. We're shifting gear to call to action, and it's okay to be different. I give you permission to be unique. Embrace your uniqueness. It's okay to be great, and it's okay to follow the God given path that doesn't look like anyone else. If you're ready to stop second guessing yourself, playing small, being on the sideline, and truly owning your own unique story and start building your own transformational course, book a free complimentary 45-minute healthy, happy, and wealthy call today with me. It's a $500 in value, and together we'll identify the action steps that you could take to bridge the gap from where you are to where you would love to be. And together we'll pick the best action step that you could take so that you can start making the positive impact that you want to achieve. And between my speaking engagement, my completion of projects, healing at the same time, all of these things, I've carved out limited spots left for a healthy, happy, and wealthy call. And I encourage you to book a call and we'll go deeper and come to know you. We'll uncover your message, map your course, and align your work with your highest self. It would be in the description down below. Click that link and book a call. So see you at the Zoom virtually. And here's more client testimonial that I've received from my clients who've taken the leap of faith and start owning their own unique path. And by means of my support, I'm able to support them shine more brighter in the marketplace by means of really owning their power. And it's okay and it's okay and it's safe for them to share what they know and share their gifts and talents already to the world. I love this testimonial from one of my clients, which is from fear to freedom. So I had supported clients who are nurses too, who felt stuck after years in the nursing workforce in the hospital, got burnout. And she said to me, Chessa, I don't think I have anything people would pay for. And also, this is just one example, by the way. I had many other testimonials that I've supported with one to one. Now I'm being called to do one to many. That's what I'm learning right now. So we worked together for 3 to 6 months. So I gave her a bonus of 3 months after investing and paying in full. And she created a course based on her own healing related to trauma. And through that experience, she tapped in and discovered her own creativity and prayer journaling. So in just 3 to 6 months, she actually was so blessed and grateful to be able to discover who she is in the process and be able to create a course based from her and experiences and be able to help people in her network by means of her course and learn from her, and she becomes the mentor and the guide for them, so that these people that she's impacting, they're also able to live their own best life while they're still alive. And it's all about being free from any toxic environment and relationships that no longer serve you, and really rediscovering your own passion and joy and purpose to live live your own unique lifestyle the way you would love it to be, not what society wants you to do, but it's what you want to do for your life. But more importantly, she also felt free from limitations that she've carried through. It could be generational and ancestral. It's evasive. And she chose to break free from that, from the shackles, from the chains that she experienced in the past, and she gave herself permission that it ends with her. And I said that because for me too, I am one of the generational curse breaker, that it ends with me, so that the future generations to come, they won't experience any type of suffering that our ancestors have experienced in the past. And I've experienced both worlds actually, because I'm part of this movement of being in a transition stage, and I'm experiencing the old life and the new life literally. And I'm opening myself up to the new life, and then I'm asking people from the old life, who's ready to grow with me, let's go, I'm going right? So, meaning you can start helping people wherever you may be now. Let yourself be seen now. Your messy middle, own your path now. You could help people already in your network that you've outgrown. So and one thing that I've helped her with, or I've helped my clients with, is they feel energized living their purpose. They feel more aligned. They feel more peaceful and passionate and purposeful with the choices that they've made at this season of their lives. And she also told me, Chessa, for the first time, I'm being paid to be myself. And I'm helping others heal in a way only I can. And that's the power of owning your path. Your life is your curriculum, your story is someone else's survival guide. And your course might just be the miracle someone has been praying for. Own your path, trust God, be unapologetically you. It's time to embrace your unique love and light frequency and spread that to the world, because the world needs it. Breathe in and breathe out. Namaste.